This is a raw life, could only lead to no life, no life. This is a raw life, could only lead to no life, no life.
Let me break it down. Hustling on the street corners, late nights, always on edge. No one really cares about you. Fake friends, fake people all around you.
So the next segment, as I said, is going to be, I told you guys I'm going to try and bring somebody on, or I'm going to explain about ways to make money. Okay? So all them guys that's drunk off the haterade, we don't care. Okay? We want money, cash up. So this is the time where we're going to explain to people exactly how we're going to get to that money. So I don't know if you guys are aware of something called Turo. Now, Turo is very similar to Airbnb. You're probably more familiar with Airbnb, where you take your properties and you rent them out as if they was a hotel. So for 1 night, 2 nights, etc. Now, a lot of people use Airbnb and they make a lot of money of it. But Turo is different. Turo is about renting out your personal vehicle. Yes. Renting out your personal vehicle, whether it's on finance, whether it's your own car. As long as you clear the checks, you can bring in that money. You can clear checks. As long as you clear the checks, you clear checks. Okay? So I'll give you a little rundown in regards to Turo. So again, I'm going to talk to the females. So, you know, you got that waistband baby father or that guy that ain't doing anything for you, but you got a nice car outside. You've got a car on finance. It's sitting outside all weekend because you got the kids home with school holidays and you're not going anywhere. Put the car on Turo. They then handle the clientele that's coming onto their platform. Before you know it, your car's getting rented out. It's getting a passive income. It's covered for insurance. It's covered for if it gets stolen. All that's covered. As I said, I'm not a professional. I know a bit about it. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to bring on my digital asset correspondent and get more information in regards to learning how to make the passive income. And as I said, this is going to be an ongoing thing. My correspondent is going to break down exactly what's needed. Let's go, Will. The floor is yours.
Question, be honest, if I told you there was a way to generate one of your biggest liabilities into an income generating asset, would you be open to learning how? Right, so let's jump right into it. So Turo car sharing, introducing Turo car sharing. So most people park their car, right, and it costs them money every single day. Turo flips that, right? So now your car works for you. So let's get into it. What is Turo? So a simple explanation is Turo is a car sharing platform. So it allows you to rent out your personal car to others, right? So think of it like Airbnb for cars, etc., etc. So you list your car, people book it, and you get paid for it. So in one sentence, it's turning your car into an income generating asset. Now, who am I? My name's Warren. I'm a digital assets growth consultant. I've worked with clients from Amazon FBA, e-commerce, digital marketing, and also in the financial markets. Now, I've built and sold multiple online and digital assets, and I say this not to impress you, but to impress upon you that digital assets like Turo are the future, right? And here's how you get a slice of your pie today. I'm showing you right here, right? So in one sentence, we're turning your car into an income generating asset. Quick flow, how it works. So you list your car on Turo, just like you would do a property on Airbnb or a product or something on eBay, right? You set your price and availability. So for example, if you work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, but your car on the Saturday and Sundays is just sitting on your drive doing nothing, why not turn it into an income generating asset and make some money from it from those 2 days, okay? So you set your availability and you say, okay, I'm available on Saturdays and Sundays. A customer will come onto the platform and they will check for availability. They'll search in the local area for a car to use. If they like your car, they'll book it out for maybe the Saturday or Saturday and Sunday. You meet them, you hand over the keys. You can also meet them through other ways as well, through technology nowadays, but we'll get into that later. And you get paid after every trip. So what would an extra £200 a week do for your lifestyle? What would an extra £300 do for your lifestyle? Would it make a difference? Okay, and this is the type of money, whether big or small, people are making by sharing their car on Turo. Now, some of the key points that I've been doing Turo now since 2021, right? And some of the things that I love about Turo, and we're not sponsored by Turo at all, right? This is just us sharing our experience. Some of the things that I love is that they handle the payments. So after the bookings are done, they transfer you the money straight away. And they have insurance options. So when you rent out the car, or someone rents out the car through Turo, it comes with a renter's insurance. Now this can be up to £1 million. So if you've got something like a Porsche on there, high-end cars, bearing in mind there's Focuses and there's, you know, Fiestas, and there's all sorts of cars from bottom to top on the platform, right? But your car will be insured. Now obviously read the contract that you've got with your PCP or your finance company, just to make sure everything's in order. But in terms of Turo, they will accept every and any car, right? There are a few terms and conditions, like your car can't be no more than 10 years old, etc, etc, but again, do your research and find out, right? And in terms of customer verification, they also do a full vet on the client that's renting out your car. So they'll take passports, driver licenses, you know, they'll do criminal checks, they'll do a ton of different things on there to make sure the person renting out your car is deemed worthy, right? In terms of, have they got any previous car driving stuff, you know, issues like that. They will do their checks, and if the customer is allowed on the platform and the client's allowed on the platform, they're fully vetted, so you can kind of trust. Because I've had people say, yeah, but what if they drive off with your car, or what if they, you know, they take a dump in the boot or whatever? Look, my car is not my prized possession, right? If something happens to the car and I know I'm fully insured, that's enough for me, and that should be enough for you too, right? Let's not fall romantically in love with vehicles. Let's use them as income generating assets. So let's move on. So why Turo? Again, we're turning a parked car into a daily income. So instead of just letting it sit idle and let it depreciate, because we all know as soon as you leave the car lot, yada yada yada, the car devalues and depreciates straight on day one, right? So we're combating against that in order to avoid depreciation, and it's a good way to make a side income. But I've also got friends and clients in the Turo space that have grown into full fleets, just starting with one car, right? So your car is either costing you money or it's even making you money. Now you can start with one car and you can reinvest your profits, get car two, reinvest your profits, get car three, and scale this into a small rental business, right? It's pretty simple, right? Like I said, you use your car, feel around, get a feel for it, maybe jump on another car, get another car on there, or maybe a lot of people, they're okay with just having their car on there and nicking an extra 200 quid a week, you know, on the weekends. So it's definitely worth checking out. So let's get into the balance view though, the real talk, because Turo is a business, a side hustle business, and like most businesses, every business comes with some level of risk, right? Nothing's perfect, nothing's, you know, so it comes with its own level of risk, but the risks are limited, right? One of the risks are wear and tear on your car. This could mean every time someone rents out your car, you know, it's going to get dirty, you need to clean it, XYZ, maybe you might have to change your tires once a year, etc, etc. But you're making an income that you'll be able to use to kind of combat the wear and tear on your car. There's also insurance considerations, so just double check with your insurance company as well and make sure everything's cool there. There's going to be customer management in terms of you're going to have to wash the car, clean the car before renting it out to another client. You're going to have to meet and greet and hire your right, pass over the key, XYZ, right? There's a little bit of customer service involved, but at the end of the day, all you're doing is passing over a key to another person, right? How much kind of customer management do you need? And like I said, with technology nowadays, there's little tips, tricks and techniques that you can do to kind of make your life easier, and we'll get into that next. And like it or not, there is some time and effort required to get this going, but like I said, it's a side hustle that combats depreciation and turns what would be sitting, a car that would be sitting on your driveway doing nothing on the weekends or maybe in the weekday, and you're turning it into an income generating asset. Like I had a client, she worked in Central and she took the train to work, right? She only drove the cars on the weekend on her days off. So that meant from Monday to Friday, her car was sitting on her drive, right? I was just about to mention her name. I won't mention her name. So what did she do? She rented it out Monday to Friday, which means that she was getting £100 a day on her car, right? For 20 days. Okay. That was an extra £2,000 a month. So, you know, with the right system, it becomes predictable and scalable. So in closing, let's summarize. Most people see cars as an expense. I want to challenge you to see it as an asset. Look at your car right now out of your window and look at it and say, can I make some money from you? Can I turn you into an income producing asset? Because that's what we're doing here, right? So for most of you, that was enough information. Maybe you understand it, you want to go for it, you know, jump on the app, start getting going, put your car on. Great. For some of you though, you might want to learn more. If you want to learn more, you can check out our Turo for beginners training, right? It's a full breakdown explaining from start to end, A to Z, how to get listed on the platform, you know, how to use your photos, how to take photos, how to, you know, all these little bits and pieces that you need to do so you don't have to feel around in the dark. This handles that for you, right? Because there's nothing worse than starting something new and you just want to make money from day one, right? You don't want to have to feel around in the dark and figure out how to do that. And by the time you figured out how to do that, now you have to list it. Let's take a shortcut straight to earning on the platform, right? And we've thrown in some bonuses for you as well, like how to list your car for maximum exposure, because Turo works as a ranking system. So there's a few things you can do to get yourself bumped up and stay and to keep getting rentals regularly. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the name of the game. There's also bonuses in there, how to find good deals when buying a car and getting ready to rent it on the platform as well. And there's also a business guide for first-time business owners. So if you're new to side hustling and you haven't had a side hustle before, there's some really good stuff in there that's going to be able to excel your journey and cut out all of the noise and just get straight to the bag, right? So there's also a bonus gift in there as well as checklist PDF. So like I said, if you're ready to turn your car into an income producing asset today, this is where you start. And I hope you got value from this video. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Thank you for that. So yeah, guys, I hope that information was good for you guys.